20 lessons about money that you will never forget. No matter how they define success, we all agree that money plays at least a small role for most people. So does building wealth. Maybe not Elon Musk's wealth, but the kind that provides a certain degree of financial freedom. Do we make building wealth too complicated? Well, let's go back to the basics. If you want to build wealth, embrace the following simple tips. Lesson 1. The fastest way to build wealth is to change your environment. The fastest way to change your behavior is to change your environment. Do you want to build wealth? How wealthy are the people you hang around with? Your standards rise or fall to the level of your environment. Leverage the power and influence of socializing. You'll raise your game just to be in the room with high performers out of fear of being isolated. Lesson 2. You don't have to risk everything to make money. Risk too much and failure can set you back incredibly far. So don't think of risking it all in hopes of a big return. Think of minimizing the risks you take so that if you fail, you can learn from your mistakes and keep moving forward. See, the most important investments you can make are the investments you make in yourself. You will almost always get the biggest return from investments you make in yourself. Improving your skills, improving your connections, improving your health and fitness. Consistently investing in yourself will produce better long-term results than any other investment you can make, and is the one investment outcome whose outcome you can almost totally control. Lesson 3. What should you always pursue? If you don't know what to do, pursue education. If you know what to do, pursue action. If you are taking action, pursue consistency. If you are consistent, pursue patience. Showing up is half the battle. Consistent action over time will get you anything in life. Ensure failure by giving up too early, overthinking, procrastinating, and taking out your phone. Lesson 4. Comparison is a killer. You can't have the same life as someone else. We all have different experiences, knowledge, strengths, and weaknesses. If you want the wealth of Elon Musk, you must be him. That includes the 18-hour work days, health, relationships, and stress of running multiple massive businesses. Do you really want to be Elon Musk? You have no reason to be jealous if you don't want the whole package. Focus on comparing yourself to the previous you. Beat that person. Lesson 5. Your psychology of money influences 90% of your decisions. You are your emotions. If you're erratic and impulsive, your finances will follow. Wealth is determined by your emotional intelligence, not who you know. Spending is used to escape from life, like food and alcohol. Its short-term consequence is not only ineffective in the long term, but counterproductive. Therefore, seek to understand what you believe about money. If you shift your beliefs, you also shift your ability to build wealth. Lesson 6. Your income has a limit. When you work for someone, granted, you might get raises and promotions, but you will never be paid more than your employer decides you're worth. That's why, in return for less freedom, less control, and less fulfillment, every day you work for someone else. Your upside is always capped, and your downside is always unlimited, since someone else can take away your income at any moment. Lesson 7. Nobody really cares about you. Don't waste your time worrying about what people will think of you. People spend their time thinking about themselves, not you. The spotlight effect is where we believe people are paying more attention to our lives than they are. Take comfort in knowing nobody is thinking about you. Becoming a person who acts independently is also far more attractive. Therefore, do what you must do to build wealth. Don't worry about what they will say or think about you. Lesson 8. Seal the holes. Before looking for more water, don't pour water into a leaky bucket. Seal the holes and then pour water. If you desire more money, look for holes before water. Seal the gaps by controlling your spending, destroying debt, and building a reserve. 3.6 months of living expenses. Now, when you pour, more will stay with you. Lesson 9. A business opens doors for more income. Remember that you don't have to quit your job to start a business. In fact, you probably shouldn't. One of the best ways to minimize your risk is to keep your full-time job while you build your foundation for success. Then you can quit. While the downside for entrepreneurs is also unlimited, in return, they enjoy the possibility of high income and a better life. Lesson 10. It is never too late. Bill Gates once said, "Most people overestimate what they can achieve in a year and underestimate what they can achieve in 10 years. You likely have more than 10 years to transform your life. It won't happen overnight, but just get started and keep going. Age is a number. Don't attach meaning to it unless it serves you. Most of our regrets are acts of omission. The things we didn't try, the paths untraveled, those are the things that haunt us. Don't be left wishing you tried. Could you be farther ahead if you started earlier? Of course. Put the stick down and tell yourself, it's better late than never. Lesson 11. Nobody cares about your money as much as you do. Get help if you need it. Ask for advice. Ask for input. Enlist the aid of a financial advisor. Enlist the assistance of people smarter than you. But always remember that you should be the person who who makes the final decision. Make sure you understand why those decisions are the right ones. So, who should you trust to protect your interests? Yes, it is you. Lesson 12. Perfection will keep you poor. Seek progress, not perfection. Perfection is the enemy of progress. Stop wasting your time. Clarity comes from engagement, not from your thoughts. In the action, you'll find the wisdom to carry on. Therefore, focus on more action and less thinking. You will learn more and earn more in the long run when you don't seek to be perfect. Lesson 13. You can borrow money in a minute, but take years to repay. You can borrow money to buy a car if you have good credit and sufficient income. You can borrow the same amount or twice that amount to buy a college degree if you have no credit or income. You can borrow thousands to start your business if you have the right connections. Generally, borrowing money is easy, but then you spend years paying that money back. See borrowing money as an investment that should always provide a return. It is not just a financial return. The key return is the benefit you receive. If you're scrambling every month to make your student loan payment on a teacher's salary, and it will take you 20 years to pay that loan off, was your investment a good one? Maybe yes, maybe not. Don't think about how easy it is to get a loan. Think about how long it takes to pay back that loan, and think about the impact on your day-to-day life for all the years it takes to pay it back. That is the real cost of investment. And while we're talking about borrowing money, never borrow as much as a lender will give you. A home mortgage is a great example. While the front-end and back-end ratios have tightened, a mortgage lender will almost always lend you more money than you can afford. As with many things, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Only make investments you can explain to a 10-year-old. Lesson 14. When do you spend and when do you save? Should you spend for today or save for tomorrow? You don't have to decide between the two. You should always do both. After covering your essential living expenses, split what's left in two. Put half into enjoying life today. Put half into overpaying debt, savings, and investments for tomorrow. If you receive money as a gift, split it in half for today and tomorrow. Lesson 15. Invest in what you understand. Do you like cryptocurrency? Do you really understand how Bitcoin works, especially as an investment? And if you do, could you explain it to a child? That's also true where analyzing investments is concerned. You probably shouldn't make it if you can't explain an investment decision in 1 or 2 sentences. I did not advise you to avoid cryptocurrency investments. However, make sure you understand your investment and can explain it in a few words. Invest only in what you understand. Lesson 16. Listen to your gut. If something sounds good but doesn't feel right, walk away. It could be a business idea, investment, or a person. Your brain might see the sense, but if your gut disagrees, listen. Your body is picking up on nonverbal communication. This can take time to cultivate, but listening to your intuition is crucial. Lesson 17. The money you spend. Impressing other people is money lost. Sometimes it pays to consider what other people think, especially if you are a public figure or celebrity, but not if it stands in the way of living the life you really want to live. Don't buy a house just to impress other people. Buy the house that is right for you. Don't buy a car to impress other people. Buy the car that is right for you. Make spending choices that are right for you. Make investment choices that are right for you. Pick your career, school, business, and everything because they are right for you. Not only will you make better decisions about your money and finances, but you'll also be much happier because you can live the life you want. Lesson 18. Always choose discomfort. All the best things in life exist on the other side of discomfort. What are you most proud of in life? Were you uncomfortable leading up to or during that moment? Your greatest moments involve fear and discomfort. To experience greatness, get uncomfortable. Lesson 19. Earn with your mind, not your time. You'll never get wealthy exchanging your time for money because you'll always be limited by your work hours. Wealth becomes limitless when you utilize leverage. Pay people to work for you and leverage their time. Use other people's money to grow faster. Create digital content that makes money while you sleep. Create software that solves problems automatically. You need permission to leverage labor and money. Someone has to give it to you. You don't need permission to leverage digital content and code. You can combine all forms of leverage to expand your wealth exponentially. Lesson 20. Take advantage of compound interest. Earn interest on top of accumulated interest for as long as possible. Compound interest is earned not only on the original investment principal, but also on the interest added to the principal over time. $100 invested at birth, providing 10% returns, will be worth $49,037 at 65. The exponential growth from compounding is why it's called the eighth wonder of the world. Start investing as early as possible and let it grow. Compound interest is not limited to wealth creation. Earn interest on top of accumulated interest in all walks of life: relationships, knowledge, health and fitness, skill development, and personal development. Avoid negative compounding of all forms, in particular debt and addiction. I hope this video has taught you something you will never forget. That is my goal. I invite you to leave your thoughts, questions, and suggestions in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the content and share this video with friends and family who might benefit from it. Stay tuned for more helpful content. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.